Hello, I'm Edmund.
Hello, I'm Chris.
Hakim.
Today the three of us is here to share with you some new insights. What would you like to know?
Walao You see my teammates, joker. Okay, come. Give them something that they can really use that is of benefit, that's of great value.
Okay,
Give me your best shot.
Okay, maybe let's talk about the recent land sales, alright? Recently, all the land sales, the past 4 land sales we see from the newspapers, they reported that the prices are going higher and higher. Right, Hakim? Why do you think the price keep going higher and higher?
Firstly, if I'm a consumer, what the heck do I know about land sales? If maybe I'm uninformed consumer, like a portion of you out there lah. But what Edmund is trying to say is that in Singapore, land sales is when developers buy land to build up developments, to build up residential condominiums and all these things. So the price of the land will affect what is the selling price at the end of the day to the end consumer. So that essentially what Edmund is trying to say.
Right.
Okay, come, land sales. So now we have some context.
Yes, land sales. So, Chris, do you think the future land sales will be priced higher and higher?
Definitely. When do you ever see price coming downwards in Singapore?
Why? Why is that so?
Land is scarce in Singapore.
Okay, land is scarce.
Definitely. Plus,
Developers, are they hungry?
very hungry.
Very hungry.
They have developers have a cycle to, what's that called? The en bloc cycle.
En bloc cycle.
Yeah.
What about en bloc cycle?
Every 5 to 7 years, once they finish develop what they have in their land bank, they have to replenish. So when they replenish, they definitely will have to outbid the others developer to get the land.
Okay, in layman's term, I like this thing called layman's term. In layman's term, developers' job is to develop and sell. Okay, if the moment they stop developing, right, practically they cannot fit all their chain of providers. Okay, those builders, okay, all the suppliers, material suppliers. Okay, developers need to keep developing. So that's where they earn from. Okay, so land to them is important. Without land, there won't be development, and so there goes their business. Alright.
To add on to what Edmund just mentioned, there are only 2 channels. Correct me if I'm wrong. There are only 2 channels where developers can buy land. One, buy from the government, which is what he just mentioned, government land sales or GLS. The other way is through what Chris just mentioned is en bloc, means buy land from existing private owners, typically those who are currently living in residential or commercial private land. So owners who are already staying in condominium or landed properties. If the whole land area, all the owners or majority of the owners agree to sell to the developer, so this is the second way developers can buy land from, for them to rebuild the whole area.
Right. So with the land and all this en bloc, okay, when they rebuild, right, the cost will be high, right? What do you think?
Well, thanks to COVID, material cost is gonna go up, because it affects by the import and export of materials that you use. We already know manpower cost has already gone up. So these are the two key factors, 2 key costs for developers when they are building their developments.
Yes.
So generally speaking, when their basic cost goes up, that would essentially translates to higher selling price for end consumers to buy at the end of the day.
Yes. So with that in mind, right, future selling price of new launches will definitely be at a higher end, right?
Every year
higher price.
increasing.
Yeah, it will definitely be increasing. So if you are looking to buy a property now, okay, do get in touch with us. Alright, we will actually go through with you what are the existing projects to buy, okay, and then don't miss the boat. Alright, we will catch up then. Okay, thank you.
But wait, all this sounds like a property agent just trying to sell to you. Hey, come buy from me this new launch A, new launch B, new launch C. It sounds like that lah, but at the end of the day, if you are in the market searching for new private properties or even resale properties, you probably need to have a better sense or a good sense that some agents, not necessarily us, but general those who are knowledgeable in this field, to give you an understanding of what is the few projects that are good to buy or the few resale private properties that are good to buy, because not necessarily everything is priced correctly. Sometimes, for an example, the most recent, there was this one very big development in the east. I cannot mention the name. Wow, in a very short period of time, I don't know, was it within days or within hours or within minutes, price just up by a significant amount, a significant percentage, you know. So in terms of investment point of view, or if you are very price sensitive, it may not be the best project or property for you to purchase, especially if you are a later buyer during that launch. But there are probably other alternatives. So this is where you can engage, you know, property agents who probably spend a lot of their time on the ground, clocking in the hours and understanding existing market trends or what is a good buy rather than buying an overvalued property or product. So yeah lah, I would convey it that way rather than if you are you know, it's hard about how we can add value or more like real estate agents in general can add value to the end consumers at the end of the day.
Basically now we need to actually cherry pick the correct developments to go in to buy, alright? Not just any other developments, okay? Because every development there's always a gap and there's a price point difference between the regions. So we talk about outside central region, the rest of central region, and the core central region. Basically these three regions there's a gap to consider. So before you make any purchase, it is always good to consider the price gap, right? Anything to add, Chris?
Oh, Chris, you're very quiet, add something, you know, to the discussion.
Chris got too much math in the head already, thinking too much calculations.
Not now. We need to make now.
Okay, we'll keep it short and then we look forward to do our next video together. And we'll come up with a proper topic for the next one. So this is more like introduction for the three of us. It's the first time that we come together and record the session together. So whether or not this is going to be posted, we'll see. But it's an interesting introduction.
Okay, posted, uncensored.
Till the next one.
See you.